morning, Minneapolis junior, senior, high school fans here on January 23rd, 2020. We're back at the Halstead High School, the Adolph Rupp Court, for the 50th annual Adolph Rupp Tourney Consolation semifinals tonight. Your Minneapolis Lions taking on the host, Halstead Dragons, tonight. After both squads lost in their quarterfinal openers, Halstead losing to Cheney, who was the number 2 seed team. Minneapolis was the number 3 seed, lost to number 6 seed Andale, who just happens to be the 5-time defending champions of this tournament. Very, very good 4A squad. Dale Leach and Mike Perry here tonight to bring you this contest of the Minneapolis Lions on CityLinkTV.com. Minneapolis tape delay to Eagle Community Channel 20. This is the 18th game in this series. Halstead leads the series overall, a slim margin, 9 wins to 8 losses. At Halstead, they lead by a 3-1 margin. Last time the two squads met was in Minneapolis at the preseason, in Salina, back in December at the preseason tournament on December 13th, and Minneapolis won in that game 76-42. Halstead had won the 5 straight previous games from 2016 to January 2019. This has not been a kind year for the Halstead Dragons. They've lost 7 games straight going back to December, starting with that Minneapolis loss in Salina. They've been lost to Sedgwick, Smoky Valley, Mulvane, Haven, Heston, and then last Tuesday night to Cheney. But I do expect them to come out full force tonight, try to defend this home turf of theirs in this 50th annual Adolph Rupp tournament. They average giving up 49 points a game and scoring 35 for a -14. Minneapolis, their averages got banged quite a little bit last Tuesday, losing 66-37, but we give up an average of 50 points, scoring 69, so we're a plus 19. Those figures have gone down since that loss to Andale last Tuesday. Again, the final score of that was 66-37. Didn't have any scores in double figures that night. Pretty big squad. Mike didn't get to see it, but he's taken my word for it that they're pretty good.
Well, 6'6" on the front line. It's sometimes hard to defend, and they defend their rim. It's tough for us to get the points in the paint.
And we just witnessed the game against 4A Halstead and 4A Winfield in the other Consolation semifinal, and we saw a 41-point outburst from
Roselle.
Cody Cleveland, was it? Something like that.
Yeah, 41 points from Campbell.
Campbell for Rose Hill. He's played quite well against us the last 2 years, and 41 points, you think there'll be some three-pointers in there, but they're all inside and free throws. We haven't seen an output like that in high school since Travis Budke back in Beloit at Minneapolis about 5-6 years ago, maybe 7 or 8. And then, of course, your own Ryan Weedle back in 2006.
Our second game tonight brings together for the Central Kansas League, the Halstead Dragons, and from the NCAA, the Minneapolis Lions. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise as we honor America with our national
time for the national anthem.
Presented tonight by the Halstead High School Band under the direction of Shelby Green.
And now time for introductions.
Starting lineups in alternating fashion.
I turn this over to Mike Perry.
A 6'2" senior.
Now for the starting lineups, Minneapolis in the Road Blues. That's number 3, Jonah Osherman.
Number 1, Cameron.
And for Halstead, number 1, Cameron Core. For Minneapolis,
The 6'1" senior.
number 10,
Derek Friel.
Eric Friel.
For the Dragons, the 6'3"
And for the Dragons, number 2,
Farmer.
Lakin Farmer. Farmer had a pretty good game against us in December. For Minneapolis,
For Halstead.
John Nelson
Senior.
gets starting nod tonight.
Gross.
And for Halstead, number 3,
For the
Post.
Lions, the 6'2" junior. Number
And for Minneapolis,
White.
Ellen White.
Halstead, a 5'7" sophomore.
For Halstead, number 10,
Austin Radke.
Austin Radke.
For the Lions, a 6'2" junior.
And for Minneapolis, number 30, that's Spencer Davidson.
Dragons, a 6'1"
And for the Dragons, number 12,
Radke.
Isaac Radke.
Our coaching staff this evening for Minneapolis, head coach John Darrow, assisted by Josh Lott and Tim Niles. For Halstead,
Had a little bit different twist on the starting lineup. Most players still get quite a few minutes on the floor.
We substitute very liberally. You see quite often 2 to 3 players at a time coming in. Minneapolis' score will be on the right side of the scoreboard. As you're looking at the scoreboard on your screen, Halstead on the left.
Halstead in their home whites, Minneapolis in the traveling blues, and we're ready to tip this thing off. Jonah Osherman for Minneapolis, and that's Isaac Radke for Halstead. And we're underway. And Minneapolis controls the tip. John Nelson has the ball out on top, picks up his dribble, gets it off to Jonah Osherman. Now down low, Spencer Davidson up and in. Nice high-low post action. Now the full court pressure. Farmer has it in the backcourt, double teamed by Nelson and Friel. He clears the timeline. Minneapolis picks up man-to-man. Out front, Farmer. Skip pass. Gets it back to Farmer, drives in, and shot no good. Runs over the top of Jonah Osherman, but no call. Davidson all the way in, layup good.
Spencer Davidson.
Transition game, Minneapolis with 2 quick buckets here, and they dribble it off the That's unforced error by Isaac Radke.
Into the game for the Dragons. Number 22, Tyner Horn.
Yorn into the lineup and we did the same thing, only we recovered. Nelson almost, and we throw it away. Jonah comes to rescue the ball. Good job by Jonah to get the ball back after the turnover. Now the easy layup down low to White. On the backside, easy 2 points for Nolan White. Minneapolis off to a quick 6-0 lead. And a 30-second timeout is called for by the Halstead coach. So good start, Dale.
Very good start. Minute and 9 seconds gone, 11 seconds gone. Spencer Davidson off with 2 straight buckets, and then followed by Nolan Cromwell. Nolan White, Nolan Cromwell. Where'd that come from?
Where'd that come from?
Wow. I'm not even a KU fan. I don't know where that came from at all.
We're back after that 30-second timeout. Farmer has the ball. They're in the backcourt. Minneapolis with the good defense. They clear the timeline. Farmer has it and loses the handle on it. Friel picks up the loose ball. Now White, baseline. Shot no good, and Jonah Osherman there on the backside for the rebound and stick back. Farmer clears the timeline for Halstead. Good tight defense by Minneapolis. Friel gets the duty of guarding Farmer. And a runner. Player control foul. It's called. Basket went in, but they're not going to count it as they call that player control.
Watson, Griffin, and Meckel come in for Friel, Osherman, and Nelson. The line's up 8-0, 5:59 to go in the first.
Griffin, Meckel. Meckel with the ball running the point. Watson in the corner. Dishes it down to Davidson. Now White looks at the three-pointer. Now he takes it. Shot up. No good. Farmer tries to save it. And they cannot come up with it. Tried to rescue it twice. Farmer on the side. And they couldn't catch up to it over here either. Dale turnover gives it right back to Minneapolis. And the lob is in and out. Davidson, he's got it. The rebound up and in by Spencer Davidson, and he is fouled. They're going to count that basket. And he'll get the and one.
The Dragons, his first basket is good by Spencer Davidson. He'll shoot one.
Free throw up and good. That alley-oop to Griffin was rattled in and out. And Davidson right there for the rebound. Farmer.
Another charging call.
Runs right over the top of Davidson.
Davidson takes it.
And he tried to.
Farmer of the Dragons, his first 13th foul.
Kind of starts out like they left off in Salina. Griffin down on the short post. Davidson out front. Meckel, a long three-pointer, no good. Davidson has the long carom. Watson reverse layup, no good. And Farmer gets all the way to the basket for a basket. Davidson on the baseline, skip pass to Griffin. Terrible pass.
A little high. Valiant effort by Caden Griffin to try to bring that down. He would have had to climb a ladder to get much higher.
Boy, he went up one hand as high as he could go and couldn't get there. Halstead to play it in after that turnover by Minneapolis. Good ball movement, and the three-pointer is up and in by Cameron Core. And we turn it over.
No walking?
That was travel. No call there.
7 straight points for the Dragons.
Now it's getting rough. Meckel, three-pointer, good. Official in the contest.
Farmer works through the double team.
Another three-pointer on its way. It's good. Horn with the three-pointer for Halstead. Meckel, another three-pointer on its way. No good. And Halstead has the rebound. 3:16 left first quarter. Minneapolis with a 4-point lead. Halstead on the move. Another three-pointer. Good.
What was an 11-point lead is now 1.
Got a good pass by Watson. The entry pass. Is tipped out of there as Jonah Oshman had it on the low post. It's going to stay with Minneapolis. Creel, Griffin. White and Nelson in the contest from Minneapolis. Out front it goes to Griffin. Caden Griffin with the ball. Gets it off to White. Zone defense here by Halstead. And the pass to the wing is tipped out of there by Horn, who has hit 2 threes in a row down on the other end for the Dragons. John Nelson, the entry pass to Jonah Oshman is tipped out of there.
And Jonah fouls.
And the reach-in foul is called on Jonah Oshman. Farmer was headed to the other end and tipped out of there nicely by Farmer. And Jonah saved the layup on the other end. Spencer back in.
Creel called for the foul.
Creel is called with the reach-in foul.
Creel of Minneapolis. His first, second team foul.
Spencer pulls down that rebound. We throw it away. Good call. Blocking foul is a call on the other end as White gets all the way to the basket. Nolan White at the charity stripe. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. Minneapolis with just a 1-point lead here. Free throw, no good. Second throw on its way, good. 15-13 Minneapolis. Punched out there by Jonah. Halstead recovered another three-pointer, this time off the mark. Jonah rescues another one. Layup no good. Davidson, no good. And Jonah's whistle with a reach-in foul. That's going to be his second personal foul.
And Caden Griffin will come in. Jonah will buy some time on the plastic chairs.
Number 1, Caden Griffin.
They play it in. Farmer has it in the backcourt. Double team by Friel and Nelson. And they clear the timeline. Good pressure defense by Minneapolis. Tipped around and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Halstead. Farmer will play it in for the Dragons. Farmer to play it in. Way out front it goes. White got a hand on it. He walked.
Backcourt, they call it.
And backcourt is the call, as Dale mentioned.
I guess that's because they touched it in the front court and took it back.
Nelson, it's short. Griffin right there for the stick back. Griffin right on the ball. It's come off the backside.
That about didn't go in.
It hung there for a while, didn't it? Ball tipped out of there, rescued by Griffin, and bounces it off the Halstead player. What a smart play by Caden Griffin. Playing under control.
Trenton Meckel comes in for Derek Friel.
Meckel back in. Entry pass to Davison, turns and shoots, shot no good. Ball stripped by White. Three-pointer on its way, no good, and Griffin has the big rebound for Minneapolis. Big rebound. Little volleyball action. White tips it out of bounds as Halstead almost had control of it. It's going to stay with Halstead. Good help defense there by Spencer Davidson. And Griffin with help defense on the baseline tips it out of bounds. It's going to go to Halstead. Watson and Fischel into the contest. 15 seconds left first quarter. And it's been a rough one, as we predicted. Farmer to play it in. Layup by Farmer, no good, and the rebound's pulled out of there by Griffin. Three-pointer, no good. Saw the clock was running down, stopped at the top of the circle, took the shot. It would have counted if it would have went in. Possession arrow favors Halstead here to start the second quarter. We'll be back with that action here in just a minute after word from a few of our local sponsors.
For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way. Robertson Monuments.
Pat and Lynette Donovan at Ag by Air have been supporting ag operations in the Minneapolis and Douglas area for over 20 years with prompt, up-to-date, and competitive aerial application service. Ag by Air is located at 974 Highway K106, south of Minneapolis. It can be reached at 705-392-3300 for questions on scouting your fields, chemical recommendations, or to book your work. Ag by Air, proud sponsor of the Minneapolis High School Lions. 17-13 after one quarter, the Minneapolis Lions roared out to an 11-0 lead and started giving it up. Been outscored 13-6 since that 11-point lead.
They play it in. Farmer has it, guarded by Meckel. Motion offense by Halstead. Now the three-pointer, no good. And Meckel has the rebound for Minneapolis. Gets it off to White. Back to Meckel. White baseline, jump shot, good. Three-pointer. Pretty shot from here, wasn't it, Dale?
Yes. Farmer fouls after the turnover.
That's his second. Low frustration, he lost the ball twice.
Lincoln Farmer of the Dragons charged with the foul. His second personal, 15th foul.
10 turnovers on the Dragons so far, 6 from Minneapolis.
Into the backcourt it goes. Minneapolis plays it in. That's Meckel with the ball. Three-pointer on its way, rimming off. And White has the long carom. Davidson back to Griffin. He's fouled. Scoop shot. Up and missing. It would have counted. It's going to be a two-shot foul here for Caden Griffin.
Austin Radke of the Dragons called for the foul.
Griffin shooting 73.3% on the season at the free throw line.
Radke whistled with the
At the line.
foul.
Number 1.
Griffin. First free throw up and good. And the second one as well. Good defense so far by Minneapolis. Able to get a hand on that ball and tip it out
Watson and Friel in.
on a couple different occasions.
Meckel with a nifty steal.
Good steal by Meckel. Misses the little bunny, but is tied up on the rebound. Possession arrow favors Minneapolis. We play it in. White from the corner, no good. Three-point shot by Nolan White, and the rebound's pulled out of there by Halstead. Cameron Core has it. Guarded by Friel. Shot no good. And the rebound on the backside is missed. Now Farmer, jump shot, good. Ball kept alive by Probst. We had it for a second. Halstead got it back. Good hustle by the Dragons. White almost caught. Now Meckel, good. Three-pointer. Almost had the steal on that inbounds, too. 25-15 Minneapolis.
It's interesting they've left Farmer in there with 2 fouls in the first half, but he seemed to be their Mr. Everything. So
he plays with a lot of energy. He could easily pick up his third, and they're going to keep him in there. He does drive the basket with authority. He's got it in the corner for the Dragons, guarded by Friel. Didn't pick up his dribble and didn't try to get up, or it would have been traveling. Watson over the back.
From behind.
Be a two-shot foul coming for Core.
Foul play charged to Daniel Watson of Minneapolis. His first, 4th team foul to the line, Cameron Core.
Two-shot foul here for Cameron. First free throw up and good. .5:31 left in this first half. No good. Davidson has the rebound. Minneapolis gets it off to John Nelson. And the reach-in foul is whistled on number 1, Cameron Core. John Nelson with a good crossover dribble. Nelson's going to shoot a 1-and-1.
Team foul 7.
John Nelson.
Minneapolis with 4.
John Nelson, it's a 1-and-1 here. First free throw up and rimming in. Shooters roll. 26-16. That one rims off.
Oh, no foul? Gee whiz.
And the second one, Friel had it for a minute, and he did get mugged. And the tie-up possession arrow favors Halstead.
What a rebound.
Good grief.
Nelson.
Farmer just picked up his third. He got mugged. Yeah, that's a bad thing about leaving a guy in with 2 personal fouls.
5:09 to go in the second.
Farmer's going to set with 3 personal fouls.
Goes to the bench.
Watson, Friel, Nelson, Meckel. In the contest, and Nelson pumps in the first one. We got 4 guys on the floor. Oh, there. Davidson down there.
Talking to coach.
He blended in. How can I miss him? Second throw on its way. No good. And Nelson hustles after that. And then he throws it away. Halstead there pick up that loose ball. Want to leave him all alone out there. Got 3 of them.
Hopefully, lesson learned.
We throw it away.
Ticky-tack foul there.
2-shot foul coming for Korn on the turnover by Minneapolis. Friel whistled with the foul. That's Horn at the line for a 2-shot foul.
5th team foul, second on Derek.
No good. Way off the mark.
White, Griffin, and Osherman come in.
White and Griffin.
Jonah Osherman, Nolan White, Caden Griffin, Meckel, and Watson on the floor. That free throw up and good.
27-20 Minneapolis.
Meckel stops and shoots. No good. Be nice if somebody else got a touch on the ball. But it would have been nice if that went in.
Yeah, if it had gone in, we'd do, hey, all right.
Yeah. Horn has it in the backcourt.
That's all of those we can get.
Good double team by Minneapolis.
Timeout. Halstead.
Timeout Dragons. 30 seconds.
30-second timeout.
They were getting close to a 10-second count, and the coach calls the timeout. Halstead to play it in right here in front of us when we get back from this 30-second timeout.
The Vinnie for State Bank wants to be your hometown bank. With locations in Minneapolis, Lincoln, and Salina, they strive to provide hometown relationship banking. We provide both consumer and commercial banking service along with trust and wealth management. Contact us today for all your financial service needs. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Core in the back. Court with it, guarded by White. Layup, no good. And Nolan White has the rebound from Minneapolis. They have missed a couple layups. White has it as they throw over the top. Now Griffin controls the backside. That's up and in. He's got a little bit of advantage over there. Yeah. They skip a pass through there, and now Griffin picks up a loose ball. 1-on-2. Stops and shoots. Good.
Griffin caused the loose ball, Mike.
Stopped and took the little 10-footer, and down it went.
Nope. Woo. Almost backcourt.
3:10 left first half. Good defense by Minneapolis. White out on top. Turning Core. Out front, three-pointer on its way. Good. Radke with the bomb. White in the corner. Back to Meckel. Now White on the right wing. Shot. No good. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done, Jonah.
He's giving it to White, though, isn't he? No.
That should be blue ball.
Yeah. Great play by Jonah Osherman there.
Jumped out of bounds, one hand, tips it back, and bounced it off. Look who's in the contest. Mr. Farmer's in, playing with 3 personal fouls. Davidson down to Griffin. Davidson right there as they saved the ball. Nice play by Spencer. Good hustle by Minneapolis on that offensive glass. And the back layup by Boyd. Nelson out on top with the ball. Down low. White couldn't get it to go. And the leg in Minneapolis. Ball is tied up. Possession arrow favors Minneapolis. See if we can get that alley-oop to go here. Nelson to play it in. Three-pointer, Davidson, no good. Well, they missed down low, and Minneapolis pulls down the rebound. Griffin shot in and out, no good. White has it. He's fouled. And they do call it. Just the first personal foul.
9th
on Boyd.
1:02 to go in the half.
Free throw in.
Daniel Watson. Returning for Halstead, number 3, Eric Rose.
Farmer still in the contest, playing with 3 personal fouls.
Dangerous roll of the dice.
Yes. Free throw, good. White got them both. Farmer jump shot, no good. Can't keep his feet now. Nelson all the way in, misses a layup. Use the left hand, right, Dale?
Mm-hmm. There's a travel.
Pivot. He was 100 miles an hour and had to stop and could not hold the pivot foot.
In the game for Minneapolis, number 5, Meckel.
Meckel comes in for Fischel. 39 seconds in the half.
Nelson on the right wing gets it off to Meckel, playing the point. We throw it away.
Turnovers.
Palmer gets a layup on the other end, and we lose it on our end. Goes out of bounds. We turn it over. 2:13 left in the first half.
Meckel call for a ticky-tack foul. 5 seconds remaining. No 1-and-1 yet.
16 foul on Minneapolis. They'll play it in. Core to play it in for Halstead. Shot does not go in by Core at the buzzer. And that's the way the first half ends. Minneapolis 35, Halstead 27.
As we get ready for our halftime presentation, we'll let you hear who some of our community sponsors are of these live video broadcasts.
Physical first half.
Very much so.
The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. D&M Body Shop, John Wright. The No Place Like Home Quilt Shop with Carolee Austin. LaGrange Supply with Scott Mortimer. The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 2020 Halstead
There's
High
Crop
School
Insurance with
Squad.
Greg Harris.
The Halstead High School Dance, Cheer, and Comedy.
Fine Oil Company of Delta, Jude Klein.
Special Rupp Tournament performance.
Sunflower Realty, Monty Nelson.
Introducing your 2020 Color Guard. Freshman,
Autotech,
Leah
Dave
Covich.
Sweat, and Gary Keating.
Freshman, Abby Newman.
The Heated
Senior,
Mexican Restaurant,
Casey Kelsey.
Francisco Gallardo.
Senior and Captain Lily Detweiler. The Color Guard is under the direction of
D&M Body Shop,
Becky Thompson.
John Wright.
Your 2020 Cheer Squad. Freshman,
Farm Bureau
Whitney
Financial
Whittaker.
Services with
Freshman,
Matt
Tabitha
Pickwood.
Hilburn. Freshman, Riley Jones. Freshman,
Scheidler
Melissa
with
Lee.
Terry Farrington.
Sophomore and All-American Raina Edwards. Junior,
Profab Metal Fabrication
Junior,
with Bill Little.
Page. Junior, Parker Schroeder.
School of Green County, Rich Waltman, manager.
And senior and All-American Haley Goodman.
Minneapolis
The cheer
Wrestling
squad
Pipe
under the
with
direction
John
of
Blake.
Stephanie Bridges and Brandy Mabry.
Designs with Sherry
Your
Bertrand.
2020 Dragon Dancers dance team members are
Gulfish
freshman,
Cooperative
Piper
Association,
Dent.
Steve Hosline,
Freshman,
manager.
Adriana Floro. Freshman, Evan Moore. Freshman, Riley Whitmer. Sophomore, Alyssa Frazier. Sophomore, Jake Logan. Sophomore and All-American Trinity McCarroll. Junior, Alexis Dawn. And senior and All-American Brianna and Jessica Ewer. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Halstead High School Spirit Squad.
Welcome back. Scott Oshman joins us for our halftime wrap-up. Minneapolis leading 35-27, having outscored the Dragons in the second quarter 18-14.
Dale coming in, we started out really hot, had an 8-0 run, had a really nice job. Was doing 11-0 run.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Halstead, they had a couple players, one of them by a freshman, Tyler Horn, started hitting some buckets, and they got back into it. And they really fought hard to get back into this, and they did so. So scoring-wise for both squads, for Halstead, Cameron Korn with 4 points, 3 points by Isaac Radke, 2 points by Connor Boyd, 8 points by Lakin Farmer. That's another story. And leading the way for Halstead with 10 points is the freshman Tyler Horn. Lakin Farmer has 3 fouls. He could have been fouled out.
Yes.
Very questionable calls on that, but he was aggressive and had a heck of a play down there on the layup. I don't know how he got that thing to go in, but one heck of a play on that.
You can see why the coach wants to keep him in.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the Minneapolis Lions, scoring-wise, John Nelson with 2 points. Jonah Osherman with 2 points. Trent Meckel with 2 big 3-pointers. Huge. Spencer Davidson with 9 points. Nolan White with 8 points, and Caden Griffin with 8 points. Good to see Caden scoring again. I kind of stopped getting track of my turnovers. We were 8 for 11 from the free throw line. They were 2 for 4. We had a couple players in Jonah and Derek. Jonah Osherman and Derek Phil both with 2 fouls. Cameron Korn with 2 fouls, and Lakin Farmer with 3 fouls for Halstead.
Turnover-wise, I had them 13, us 10. We really made up ground on those turnovers in the second quarter, late in the second quarter.
Yeah.
We'd lost the ball several times. We out-rebounded them 22-10, so we've been very dominant on the boards. We've had 11 offensive rebounds to their 8 on our offensive end. And then we came back with 11 defensive rebounds to their 2 offensive rebounds. So we've been very good on the board so far.
They've done a nice job on the defensive side with our perimeter and also shutting down. They're not that big, but they've done a nice job of getting inside and getting some position on us. They're very physical.
Very physical. Oh, we saw that up at Salina when we played them, and I fully expected that to occur again tonight, especially seeing how they're trying to defend their home turf in this 50th annual Adolph Rupp Invitational Tourney. Losers of 7 games in a row, and we'd hope to make that 8 here tonight. We've got the 8-point lead. They had it up to 11 twice. We opened with the 11-0 run, and we had them down 31-20 there in the second quarter. Couldn't get any over the hump as far as more than 11 at this point, but we've kept them a lot further away than the 1-point advantage we had at one point in the first quarter after we had them down 11-0. They came back and had it down 14-13.
Yeah.
So we recouped from that and have come away with the 8-point advantage here.
Yep, absolutely. So, okay.
Well, thanks, Scott.
You bet. I'll be back at the end of the ball game.
All right.
Thank you.
He's on it with Sherry Bertrand. E&E Body Shop, John Wright. LaGrange Supply, Scott Mortimer. No place like home field shop with Carolee Austin. Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. There's Crop Insurance with Greg Harris. Profab Metal Fabrications with Bill Little. Scheidler's with Terry Farrington. Klein Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein. Autotech with Dave Sweat and Gary Keegan. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickrell. Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe with John Blake. Schooler Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager. The Heat is Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Delphus Cooperative Association, Steve Husley, manager. Sunflower Realty, Monty Nelson. Autotech, Dave Sweat, and Gary Keating. There's Crop Insurance with Greg Harris. Profab Metal Fabrication with Bill Little. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickrell. B&M Body Shop, John Wright. He's on it with Sherry Bertrand. No place like home field shop with Carolee Austin. The Heat is Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe, John Blake. Klein Oil Company of Delphus, Jim Klein. LaGrange Supply, Scott Mortimer. Schooler Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager. Duffus Cooperative Association, Steve First Line Manager. Sunflower Realty, Monty Nelson. The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. Scheidler, Terry Farrington.
Well, welcome back as we get ready to start the second half of this Consolation semifinal game at the Adolph Rupp Invitational Tournament, 50th one, as your Lions lead the host, Halstead Dragons, by an 8-point margin, 35-27. Halstead will have the possession arrow to start the second half with possession of the ball. Zell inbound on the near side here.
Possession arrow favors the Halstead Dragons. They'll play it in here to start second half. We're underway. And a long shot on its way. Three-pointer, no good. And White closes down the lane for the rebound from Minneapolis. Nelson. Creel on the left wing. Gets it off to White. White, three-pointer on its way. Back rim, no good. And Probst has the big rebound for Halstead. Layup all the way in, no good.
Come on! Got to be a foul there.
Farmer missed the layup and went after the rebound, as Dale mentioned. Looked like he was a little aggressive on his play. White, jump shot on the baseline, no good. Davidson has the rebound. In the lane he goes, shot up and good.
Number 30, Spencer Davidson.
Farmer has it, guarded by Nelson. In the lane he goes, open from the baseline, shot, good. Radke with a shot from the outside, free ball, it's good. Nelson gets it off to Friel, back to Nelson. They dish it down low to Davidson. He has his shot partially blocked, and Halstead has the rebound. Out on top, Farmer down the lane he goes. Shot, good. Friel has it, top of the circle. Skip pass to White. Nelson. Friel, three-pointer on its way. Brick gets his own rebound. Gets it off to White. Osherman standing all alone. They finally saw him, and Jonah turns and shoots it in.
What a spin move.
Farmer's shot partially blocked. He's still laying on the floor. White has his shot partially blocked.
No. Traveling. On the ball. Nothing. Come on.
Farmer hit the floor, but it was his own.
He's woozy.
Yeah, he's bleeding too. He might have some blood on the floor. They do.
Cleanup duty
Checking in during the official
is
Halstead 22 more. From Minneapolis.
appropriate.
He hit the floor, but actually, yeah, we didn't touch him.
Yeah,
I think he lost his balance.
tripped or something. All right, we'll take a break while they're doing some cleanup action on the blood on the floor. We'll be right back.
Scheidler's with Terry Farrington.
Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis and all they do.
The Bennington State Bank wants to be your hometown bank. With locations in Minneapolis, Bennington, and Salina, they strive to provide hometown relationship banking. We provide both consumer and commercial banking service, along with trust and wealth management. Contact us today for all your financial service needs. Go Lions! We're with you all the way. Hometown Outdoor Power, with locations in Minneapolis, Salina, and McPherson, has been serving Central Kansas for over 20 years and is the largest power equipment dealer in the area. We strive to be the one-stop shop for all your power equipment needs. We provide full sales, service, and parts supply for your home, ag, or commercial contractor power equipment needs. Ask about our winter service program, and go Lions! The Lions of Minneapolis High School are proudly supported by the Davidson Agency, with offices in Delphos, Minneapolis, and Bennington. As a nationwide insurance agent and also an independent agent, they have provided hometown service for the insurance needs of their customers for over 30 years for home, small business, farm and crop, life and health coverage. Call them today at 785-523-4202.
Boy, as goofy as he was, Dale, they might have to do some concussion protocol.
Yeah, they might.
They'll play it in. Foul whistled on Watson.
I wondered about that.
It's going to stay with Halstead.
His second personal, first team foul.
He was a little woozy. Layup, no good. Gets his own rebound.
What a scrum.
Good grief.
Minneapolis gets the rebound.
You can't dive in on top of people like that with your shoulder. That's unsportsmanship. Unsportsmanlike. Back going here, Minneapolis with the ball. As they did call the tie-up. Griffin turns around, shot no good. And the rebound's pulled out there by Halstead. Now they have numbers. And the layup is up and good. 5-point lead for Minneapolis, 39-34. Meckel, three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rimmed out. Now three-pointer by Halstead. It's in and out as well, and Davidson has the rebound from Minneapolis. Meckel looking inside. Davidson gets down low on the low block, puts it up and in.
30, Spencer Davidson.
Watson with the reach-in foul on Core. Watson picked up his third right there, I believe.
Awesome.
and Nelson Frio come in. Watson, Meckel, and I'm not sure who.
Timeout called for by Halstead. And we'll take one, too. Full timeout.
Minneapolis still leading by 7, 41-34. Be right back.
The local Pioneer team is with you from the word go every step of the way. With high-performing Pioneer brand products and local insights, they'll help you choose a lineup of products tailored to your fields and proven just down the road. See Sheldon Doherty at River Hill C about those Pioneer brand products. And go Lions! See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency, with locations in Minneapolis and Belleville, proudly supporting the Minneapolis High School Lions. Pat and Lynette Donovan at Ag by Air have been supporting ag operations in the Minneapolis and Delphos area for over 20 years with prompt, up-to-date, and competitive aerial application service. Ag by Air is located at 974 Highway K106, south of Minneapolis, or can be reached at 785-392-3300 for questions on scouting your fields, chemical recommendations, or to book your work. Ag by Air, a proud sponsor of the Minneapolis High School Lions.
Halstead played it in, and Jonah Osherman layup good.
Basket by Jonah Osherman.
Core handling the point guard duties. Now that Farmer is out, tried to dump it down low to Probst, and it goes out of bounds. Minneapolis ball. Nelson has it. Gets it off to Friel. I like that inside action with Osherman and Davidson. Nelson has the ball stripped. Yeah, he had a hold of his leg. He wouldn't turn loose of Griffin's leg.
Griffin had no choice but to step on his back, keep his balance.
Yeah. Cameron Core. That should be Minneapolis ball to play in, and it is. That's third personal foul on Core.
First team foul of the half for the Dragons.
Friel to play it in for Minneapolis. Gets it into Griffin. 2:31 left third quarter. Entry pass. Jonah Osherman is mud. Hard. Fouls whistled.
Could almost look for assault and battery on that one.
Second personal foul. Jonah's free throw up and good.
At the line for the Lions, number 3, Jonah Osherman.
One shot remaining, and
referees are talking to Caden Griffin about something.
Free throw rimming off, no good, and Friel had the ball and is fouled by Core. Reach in foul on number 1. That's his fourth. Boy, that was
quick substitution on our throw-in attempt.
We've seen that before, haven't we, Dale?
That's one way to stop the alley-oop.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't be able to play that again. Osherman to Griffin, jump shot. No, rimming off. Probst, outlet pass is intercepted. Now Friel misses the bunny. We reset. Good job on the offensive glass. Nelson with a wild shot. Halstead has the rebound.
Dylan Pischel set to come in.
I think if we keep our eye on number 22 right there with the ball, we'll and number 12. They're the three-point shooters on the floor right now. Probst clear out on top. Good defense by Minneapolis. Minute 22.
White with a reach in on that scrum there for blue ball.
I didn't know what to call it. Melee. It was a scrum. Just a scrum.
Meckel, Davidson, and Pischel coming in. And Watson coming in.
And 22 Watson.
Halstead to play it in right in front of us down here. Free throw line extended. Just a minute left, third quarter. Good defense by Pischel.
Oh, my.
Meckel with the reach-in foul.
Foul charge to Trent Meckel of the Lions. His second, 14th foul.
Under a minute.
14 foul, second personal on Trenton. Now they're saying another
More blood.
player's got more blood on him. He's cleaned up.
Can't go in with the blood on the shirt.
And for the Dragons, number 1, Cameron Core.
Dish outside, three-pointer on its way, no good. Meckel has the rebound, gets it out front to Davidson. Layup. No, he was pushed. Did you see him push him?
Yeah. Almost flagrant foul there.
Goodness.
Foul charge to Chandler Drake of the Dragons.
Wow.
14th foul. That's going to play by Spencer Davidson. Is good.
He made the layup somehow, and the and one is no good. Goodness, pushing him from behind.
12-point advantage from Minneapolis, the biggest of the night.
Cameron Core with the ball, out on top, playing with 4 personal fouls.
Farmer came back in. Got a big patch on his forehead. Different number on his jersey. I think he must have blood on his other jersey.
Farmer back to the bench. Got a big old Band-Aid over that cut. He must have needed some stitches, I would assume. Horn to play it in. Way out on top it goes. Radke has it. Gets it off to Core. Shot blocked. Good defense by Minneapolis. Half-court shot by Davidson is off the mark. You want to the way the third period ends. 46-34, Minneapolis with a 12-point lead. Mr. Farmer's back on the floor. I'm sure Lake and Farmer will be back in the contest here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
With locations in Minneapolis and Bennington, Central Valley Ag provides 24-hour pump services and built-in discounts by using the CVA fuel card. They also support ag operations by providing better delivery of lubricant, fuel, and propane. Contact Carl Serene at 785-392-3031 for your ag energy needs. So, MSF Lions.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Possession error to the Dragons to start the fourth quarter. Minneapolis outscores the Dragons 11-7 in the third. Prolific scoring output for either squad in the third quarter. And Farmer is back in the lineup for the Dragons, wearing number 11 in white.
Hands the ball off to Cameron Core, guarded by Watson.
Blocking foul called on Osherman.
Basket did not go in. It's going to be a two-shot foul for Farmer.
Charge to Jonah Osherman of Minneapolis. His third, 16th foul.
First throw up and good.
Number 11, Lincoln Farmer.
Dragons scored the first points of a period for the first time in the game.
Second free throw, front rim, no good. Dylan White closes down the lane and grabs a hold of that long carom. Watson. White opening. Tries to get it down low to Friel, and the ball's tipped out of bounds nicely there by number 22. That's Horn. Good defensive play. Minneapolis plays it in. Griffin out on top. And an unforced error. White travels with it.
Our first turnover of the half, Mike.
I like the sound of that. It's some pretty clean ball, as physical as it's been. And Farmer bounces it off his leg, and he knew it. Handles the ball to the referee nicely.
Their fourth turnover of the half.
I would just move it out front, Dale, make them come out of that zone. What do you think? They've been in it the whole game. Skip pass. Griffin, baseline. Has it tipped out of there by Core. Cameron Core with quick hands. Yeah, I'd just move out front and make him come out of that zone. See if he can play man-to-man. White. Jump shot. No good. Watson has the rebound. Griffin again. And we throw it away. Shouldn't have said anything, Dale.
Davidson and Nelson come in for Griffin and Friel. $11-point lead for your Lions, 46-35.
Core to play it in, gets it into Farmer. Jump shot, no good. Davidson has the rebound, gets it off to White, and the layup is good.
White scoring for the Lions.
And nice steal by John Nelson. 3-on-2. Jonah gets it off to Nelson. Layup no good. Blocking foul. Good call. And he's gone. That's fifth foul on Core. He knew it too, and it was a good call.
Well, play Justin Cameron Core of the Dragons. His fifth personal.
Undercut John as he went in for the layup.
Isaac Radke.
John Nelson to the line with a 43.8 free throw percentage on the season. I think he was 1 of 2 in the first half, maybe.
Front rim, no good. (48-35), Minneapolis with a 13-point lead. John Nelson, second free throw up and good. Farmer, three-pointer, good. You got to guard him. He can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. Now, White. His three-pointer off the heel of the rim, no good. It's a kick. And John Darrow wants a 30-second timeout. And he gets it. Farmer back in there, Dale. You knew in the second half, Aaron Salina put in quite a few points. Short amount of time, so this game's far from being over, that's for sure.
11-point lead for the Lions with 5:29 to go. But it's not a comfortable lead at this point.
Chamber of Commerce for their continued support.
A lot of time left here in this fourth quarter. Farmer has the ball for the Dragons. In the lane he goes. Dishes it down low to Probst, and he wasn't cutting to the basket. Goes out of bounds, Minneapolis ball. Nelson has it. That's what I would do with it. I'd keep circling out there till they came out to get me. White gets all the way to the basket.
Basket number 23, Nolan.
He got that shot off, but he did. It rolled in. Radke picked up his dribble and he dishes it up back out front to Farmer. Gets a ball screen. And Farmer takes a nosedive again for some reason. I don't know why he dives.
Nolan White with the foul. 7th team foul.
Farmer will be a two-shot foul.
So Halstead in the 1-on-1 from here on.
Into the game for the Lions, number 10, Derek Friel.
Friel comes in for Watson.
Farmer's second throw on its way is in and out, no good. Spencer has the board from Minneapolis. White. Jump shot, no good.
Charging, foul number 4.
Farmer is going to be whistled with the foul. Player control, he could not stop. Throws a forearm into Minneapolis player and drills him.
Team foul 6.
That's his 4th. Core has already fouled out. Mackel three-pointer, no good. Davidson had the rebound.
How do you call a backcourt? We didn't have possession.
Well, it was touched by the Halstead player. It should not have been backcourt.
Yeah,
That's what is confusing.
It was a rebound battle.
And Farmer has his pocket picked. White. No call at all. White was undercut. Goodness. It's either a player control foul or blocking. No call. Three-pointer on its way. No good. It's going to stay with Halstead. Good defense by Minneapolis. 3:28 left in the contest. 53-39. Farmer to play it in for Halstead. It's rough out there. Way out front it goes as they play it in. Farmer dribble drive, guarded by Meckel. Farmer picks up his dribble, closely guarded. Probst three-pointer, no good. And White with a big rebound. That's a blocking. No way. No way. He moved over in front of him. Goodness.
Derek Creel of Minneapolis, his third personal.
Amazing.
Wow. They didn't see all of that one. Farmer has it. Gets it off to Horn. Probst has tried a three and didn't have any luck hitting the rim. Farmer, he'll try the three. No good. Davidson has the rebound. Creel stops and pops. And hits. 55-39. Nice
16-point advantage.
Shot there by Derek Creel.
Lead of the night for the Lions.
Probst about has his pocket picked by Creel.
Again.
He does put his hands on him, doesn't he?
Yep.
Meckel guarding Radke. Horn falls down and Creel's got a run out. And he misses a layup, uncontested.
Nice block, Jonah Hodgman.
Nice block. It was a clean block. And, of course, Farmer hits the floor like he's been fouled. Good play, and then what a save by Halstead to throw that ball off Meckel's foot. It's going to stay with Halstead.
Full timeout. Halstead. 1:41 to go. The Lions leading 55-39. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
At Hometown Hardware, we proudly support our Minneapolis Lions. Think of us for all your home, farm, or business project needs. As your True Value hardware dealer and Just Ask rental dealer, we locally provide the brands and selections that you need for your project. And don't forget the ice cream. The Messenger Clothing Company, with locations in Minneapolis and Salina, can design custom clothing for your team, business, group, or event with screen printing and embroidery. We feature online design and ordering for your convenience. Contact us at 785-823-7752 or by email at sales@messengerclothingcompany.com for all your custom clothing printing needs today. Go Minneapolis Lions. The Citizen State Bank and Trust, with locations in Minneapolis and Delphos, proudly support the Minneapolis High School Lions. Contact either Owen Kendall or Jared Schmidt for all your banking needs, be it home, personal, business, or trust services. We feature online banking, checking and savings accounts, loans, IRAs, and certificates of deposit to help fulfill your hometown banking need.
Halstead plays it in, and the jump shot by Farmer, front rim, no good, and Griffin has a rebound from Minneapolis. Gets it off to Meckel.
Now we pull it out,
now we pull it out a little bit, don't we? No. White lost the handle.
Last touch by the Lions.
Turnover. 11-11 left in the contest. Farmer with the ball. 15 points, high score for, looks like maybe the game. Good help defense by Jonah Usherman. Three-pointer on its way, no good. Two people going for the ball at the same time. Meckel ran in to Radke.
Foul play, Kirkston Nolan White to the Lions. His third.
Nolan White with the foul.
White.
Isaac Radke.
Yeah, three collided at the same time. Radke's first free throw up and good. Second throw on its way, no good. And Halstead has the rebound. And Jonah Ushman cleans the glass for that defensive rebound. Now they come out after us, Dale, but White all the way in, layup good.
Nolan White.
White has 16. He's high scorer for the game now. Three-pointer on its way. Air ball, no good. They're going to count that. And that's where it'll end, Dale. 57-42. Minneapolis with a 15-point win. It was not easy.
Not at all.
We'll be back with some comments from Dale and stats from Scott after this hard-fought victory over Halstead.
Minneapolis goes to 8-3, and we'll meet the Rose Hill Vikings. No, not the Vikings. I can't remember what they are, but anyway, we'll meet them at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday the 25th.
Saturday afternoon at 2.
We'll be right back.
One semifinal. First seed Haven will play 4-seed Garden Lane.
These live video broadcasts are sponsored in part by Chuck's Collision. When the potentially inevitable occurs and your vehicle needs repair for body or glass, remember Chuck's Collision. They'll bring you satisfaction in your automotive restoration needs. Contact Chuck at 785-392-2774. Chuck's Collision is located at 1556 K106 Highway.
For over
I could be wrong, Dale, but I thought that's just what he just said.
Everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations.
My mistake.
Supporting the Lions all the way. Robertson Monuments. Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis in all they do.
At Hometown Hardware, we proudly support our Minneapolis Lions. Think of us for all your home, farm, or business project needs. As your True Value hardware dealer and Just Ask rental dealer, we locally provide the brands and selections that you need for your project. And don't forget the ice cream. These live video broadcasts are sponsored in part by Chuck's Collision. When the potentially inevitable occurs and your vehicle needs repair for body or glass, remember Chuck's Collision. They'll bring you satisfaction in your automotive restoration needs. Contact Chuck at 785-392-2774. Chuck's Collision is located at 1556 K106 Highway.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS.
Okay.
Go Lions!
Welcome back to Halstead, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions go into the victory tonight, 57-42 over the Halstead Dragons. And it was a physical ball game throughout the night. And Minneapolis comes away with a nice victory, but it was a hard-fought victory. And Halstead really knew what they needed to do, and they played much better than the first time we met them. I'd hate to meet them a third time.
Yes.
Run through the scoring-wise for both squads. For Halstead, Austin Radke had 2, Connor Boyd had 2, Chandler Drake had 2, Cameron Core had 4, 7 by Isaac Radke, 10 by Tyler Horn, and leading the way, Lakin Farmer had 15. For the Minneapolis Lions, they were, let's see, from the free throw line, they were 3 for 6 for the second half, 5 for 10 for the ball game. For the Minneapolis Lions, scoring-wise, John Nelson had 3, Trent Meckel had 6, Derek Friel had 2, Jonah Oshman had 7, Caden Griffin had 8, Spencer Davidson had 15, and Nolan White had 16. We were 2 for 5 in the second half from the free throw line, 10 for 18 for the ball game. So nice job. It was good to see Spencer and Nolan, our leading scorers, back above their average. Jonah and Caden both close to their average. It was good to see Caden get on the board with some points.
Yeah, Spencer's been averaging 14.1, and Nolan's been averaging 14, so they both scored above. By quarters, Minneapolis led 17-13 after 1, 35-27 after 2, and outscored the 18-14. After 3 quarters, it was 46-34, having outscored the Dragons 11-7 in the final stanza, 57-42, having outscored them 11-8. 2 successive games against the Dragons this year, we held them to 42 points each time, but the first game we beat by 34. Tonight we beat them on the home floor by 15, which is really not surprising. We knew they were going to defend their turf pretty hard tonight. Rebound-wise, second half we had 19 rebounds to their 14. 14 of those rebounds for us were on the defensive end, and they had 11 defensive rebounds themselves. Overall, we were 41 rebounds to 24. Turnovers, they had 9 in the second half. We had 5. Total of 22 for them. Game-wise, 15 for us.
We're doing better on that. That was a nice job. I felt like our rebounding was better. I don't know as far as average goes, but I felt like we did a nice job on the rebounding side as well. So tough.
Especially when they have, was Corey Campbell, was that his name?
Yeah, scored 41.
41 tonight.
So, yeah.
We'll go with the play of the game being the 11-0 run for Minneapolis to start the game. We never did trail after that. That's sponsored by the Davidson Agency. And our players of the game, sponsored by River Hill Seeds, we're going to go with Nolan White and Spencer Davidson. Yep. Co-players of the game, White had
16, and Spencer had 15.
15. And both did well on the boards, playing defense also.
Yep.
So Minneapolis will be back at 3:30 on Saturday, the 25th, to play at Rose Hill. And we'll be going for our first win over Rose Hill in that contest. We've played them twice. Player in Camel.
Yeah.
So with that, Scott, you have a safe drive home in this wonderful snow.
You guys too. Say a prayer for you guys, and you guys have a safe trip as well. Thank you, folks.
See you Saturday.
Sounds good.
God bless. Take care. Thanks as always for having us in your home, folks. Good night.